Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to get started in just a moment. You've reached the Beloved Community Transformation Series. Our special guest today is Phil Weglarz, who is a faculty and chair of the Expressive Arts Therapy Program. We're going to get going really soon. I'm belonging. That's how you do it. Okay, let's just get going then. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Rachel, hey
Let
everyone.
everybody know who you are there. I think we don't need the spotlight. We can just see everyone in the room, which is my favorite format. Um, Today, we're here to talk about the Expressive Arts Therapy Program and how you've created beloved community in that program. And I'm joined here with my co-host for this series, Shirley Strong, former Dean of Students and really champion of beloved community over a long period of time at CIS. So you'll be hearing both of us ask questions of Phil. But Phil, welcome to the series. And I was so excited about having you join us because when I think of you, I think of joy.
Hmm.
I just every interaction I've ever had with you, I've seen that smile, that warmth, that creativity. And so yeah, what have you been up to these days? What's bringing you joy in Chicago, where you showed me earlier that it's below freezing? So, given that, what's
Yeah.
bringing you joy these days?
Hey everyone. Yes, I'm back in Chicago where it's like 10 degrees. But that brings me joy. It gives me I'm loving the Four Seasons. Again, I lived in the Bay Area for 20 years. Just returned here the last couple of years. Definitely what's bringing me joy is this Wednesday I got to come back home here from being in the Bay Area, and wrapping up our 6-day in-person intensive for the Expressive Arts Therapy Program, where we have over 100 students working together with incredible faculty. I see you, Mimi Savage, there, and Christine Brooks. Recently launched a new program, but is definitely one on our team. So we had this incredible time together. That was like, so I was getting the same feedback that you're giving me right now, which is really meaningful to me, that the just kind of me, that what I get from being in community is joy. I really like people, even when life is very, very stressful, and
Hmm.
there could be all the fears and all the threats and all the things that are just kind of scraping away at our hope and challenging our vision, especially for beloved community. When people are super harmful to each other. That when this community gathers, my experience at CIS is a place where we can really live into the belovedness and live the revolutionary, connections, and give ourselves that gift. So then when we go wherever we go, we can share that with other people. And it's that kind of interconnectedness and the kind of spread the love experience that I've gotten from CIS that I then kind of try to keep nurturing.
You definitely spread the love at.
But tell me, tell us all, why expressive arts as opposed to one of the other creative arts programs, and how you see those distinctions. I used to wonder a lot about those distinctions.
And thank you. The way I share it is I am a lifelong student to try to answer that question myself. It is a yet to be definitively answered question. So thank you for joining that inquiry. Um, I've got wonderful people here who are also part of that, answering that question. The way that I think it's folks, because like the way I see that, why does CIS have an expressive arts therapy program? And
Okay.
to me, it's that concept of integral. and how the stories that we tell in our program and the people who are attracted to this program don't they see that human creativity, creative expressions, cultural expressions, storytelling, meaning making through sensory, artifacts that happens across modalities. Like you can't just like chop the visual away from the narrative. You can't chop the sound away from the movement. You can't disintegrate our bodies that have all these senses from these kind of ways of doing multiple forms of expression. And so the field was defined as, putting together these established modalities like art therapy and music therapy. But I think at a deeper level, I always see it as like a human right to the plurality of our sensory processing, to our ability to express in multiple ways for different reasons. Sometimes I gotta move for one thing, and then sometimes I gotta write it down for another thing. And the same, I might be, you're looking at things from multiple perspectives. I like to use the image of the kaleidoscope uh, as something that actually came to me in my research when I was hearing different stories of people telling about things that, there's so many facets to an experience, and how do we look at it from multiple perspectives? And so having I'm using the word polymodal these days. Again, we're still struggling to find the right language to talk about the entirety of what this is. But this CIIS is an amazing host for this ongoing inquiry, and it's so great that we have students coming in with their experiences, and their experience can find a place, and then they can put those experiences in a relationship with others who have very different experiences. So that's kind of my philosophical answer. Performance piece that I'm doing.
Well, thank
Mhm.
you. Tell me, what is your art form? Do you have one particular art form, or maybe not, but that's okay too.
Yeah, I wanna hold myself to like being fluid. I am a mover and a maker is how I identify. So I definitely, my primary mode of knowing is through my body and kinesthetics. But I really also need tangible stuff. So these behind me is a virtual background of these felt hearts that that I make, because I also need to kind of touch and hold and explore in that way. So I craft, I sew, um, but then I think I also go back and I get it in my body and I come up with stories. So as a practitioner in this space that I'm working in, there'll be a child who comes in later today, and I will become an animal, and I will be, we'll do live storytelling, very much inspired by drama therapy. And I'm shouting out my colleague, Mimi Savage here, for inspiring my continued growth in that way. So yeah, ultimately more and kind of what I can do in the moment.
So, expressive arts has been present in justice movements for a long time, and I just wanted to say that as you reminded me, Phil, of the importance of music.
Mhm. Yes. I just got a song today from a colleague, Streets of Minneapolis by Bruce Springsteen, which
Mm,
is like an oldie bringing out a new song, a new revolutionary song. So check that out. It's on my phone, or I'd put it in the chat. Well, with that, we are going to say thank you. And again, folks are invited to stay on after we stop the recording. Your presence today mattered. Anytime we're in community, we feel stronger and better. And so thank you for choosing to spend this hour with us. Really appreciate your attention. I think your attention is our attention is the greatest gift we can give someone. So um, thank you so much for being here, everyone. And we
thank
can stop the recording now. Thank you.